Assalamualaikum, my name is Roha Tariq Bhatt. I am a master's student currently enrolled in Information Security at NUST and my group member is Saida Rauf. Today the topic of our discussion is GiveSendGo breach. This is the content list that we are going to cover during the presentation. First comes the background. GiveSendGo is a Christian crowdfunding charity based in Massachusetts. It has a reputation of allowing funding to controversial far-right campaigns. The heavy DDoS attack on GiveSendGo took place when the platform started collecting donations for Freedom Convoy 2022 campaign after GoFundMe froze the convoy's account. Freedom Convoy's truckers were basically protesting against COVID-19 vaccine passports and mandates. This is the attack timeline. On February 8, 2022, TechCrunch reported on GiveSendGo exposed Amazon S3 bucket containing 50 GB of data, including passports and licenses. The web address for the exposed bucket was available publicly in the site's source code. The bucket was secured shortly after the report was published. On February 11, 2022, GiveSendGo website was hacked and redirected to a page containing a link to Freedom Convoy's donor data. The website was restored shortly and displayed an under maintenance message until February 14. On February 15, 2022, the Daily Boat reported a new data breach that included all of GiveSendGo's donor information. The breach included a full database dump, source code for their Bitbucket repo, and credit card information. This whole attack timeline got aligned with the security misconfiguration, which was clearly not fixed in time. A text file left behind by an unnamed security researcher dated September 2018 warned that the bucket was not properly configured, which can have dangerous security implications. This is the screenshot taken of a page that visitors to the GiveSendGo crowdfunding site were routed to. They were redirected to a link that stated givesendgon.wtf, and it had a bold caption that showed GiveSendGo is now frozen. Distributed denial of service. What is a DDoS attack? Basically, an attempt to make an online service unavailable to users, usually by temporarily interrupting or suspending the service of its hosting server. These networks consist of computers and other devices such as IoT devices which have been infected with malware, allowing them to be controlled remotely by an attacker. These individual devices are referred to as bots or zombies, and a group of bots is called a botnet. Implementation of DDoS. Once a botnet has been established, the attacker is able to direct an attack by sending remote instructions to each bot. When a victim server or network is targeted by the botnet, each bot sends requests to the target's IP address, potentially causing the server or network to become overwhelmed, resulting in a denial of service to normal traffic. Because each bot is a legitimate internet device, separating the attack traffic from normal traffic can be difficult. From a high level, a DDoS attack is like an unexpected traffic jam clogging up the highway, preventing regular traffic from arriving at its destination. These are the losses faced by the GiveSendGo. Freedom Convoy donors were publicly called out for supporting protests against COVID restrictions. Distributed Denial of Secret, a non-profit leak site, said it had received 5 GB of donor information from GiveSendGo, including names, email addresses, zip codes, and IP addresses, but the data is only available to researchers and journalists. Some of the email addresses listed in the database ended in .gov, a domain reserved for government entities like Ontario Provincial Police, TSA, Department of Justice, Bureau of Prisons, and NASA. As a result, these organizations have reportedly conducted internal investigations. It included a $90,000 donation by American software billionaire Thomas Siebel. Multiple American donor names correspond to Donald Trump's campaign donors. The hack could play into concerns that international funders are contributing to a Canadian domestic dispute. The scope of the attack, which saw intruders not only take control of GiveSendGo DNS records but also get their hands on donors' lists, suggests that they had free rein inside the company's data. The vulnerabilities that were exploited were Amazon S3 bucket was left public and appeared in website source code. GiveSendGo only removed the ability to view an index of the storage bucket contents but did not disable direct access to the file themselves. Security lapses in the website were not fixed, even as it gained popularity and attracted increased traffic as well as more sophisticated hackers. Lesson learned. So the two lessons that are learned during this whole DDoS attack on GiveSendGo is that one should attend security issues and implement robust security measures no matter the size of the company, and pay close attention to how your system works with third-party services. The corrective measures. Content Distribution Networks, CDNs. In case of a DDoS attack, your CDN can act as a parameter around your system and take the brunt of the attack. The Cloudflare CDN has been one of the reasons why GiveSendGo hasn't completely crashed during the attack. Route everything through a web application firewall. This will analyze all your incoming traffic and prevent malicious attacks from reaching your service systems. Invest in your observability. This will help you filter out the noise of a DDoS attack and focus on the problems you are trying to solve. This is a graph that shows the DDoS attack trends. In year 2022, in first quarter, it can be clearly seen the increased trend of the DDoS attack. These are the references that have been used during this discussion and to present this presentation. Thank you.